we're done with putting the laser rangefinder on the Ronin 4D. The next thing is going to be the balance. So to balance, first of all, I need to open the tilt, and I can see that it's front heavy, it's falling to the front. So I will open these two knobs. I will go back till it's balanced. There you go. Now it is pretty much balanced on the tilt. So the tilt is balanced. Roll on this camera, you don't have any controls to balance that, so it will stay as is. It's very easy. The pan I'm gonna balance now. So to do that, I will open the knob here. So if you can see under, there is this knob. We'll just open it, and now you can see I can rotate very freely. Other axes are locked for now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just do this with the Ronin 4D, and if it falls, so you can see it's falling to the front. So front is heavier on the pan. So what I will do is I will open it from here, and then I will go back till it doesn't fall. So I'll do a bit more, still a bit more. Now it's pretty much balanced. I'll go a bit more and tighten it. So now, there you go. We're done with balancing the pan and tilt. Roll you can't balance on Ronin 4D. So I'm gonna first of all unlock this. So now this is unlocked, and then I will turn it on. Once I turn on, the white light will come on, and then the monitor will come with the DJI logo. Now the Ronin 4D is on, but it's free. Why? Because on the follow mode it's off for now. So if I switch it to follow mode, there you go, it comes back. So now it's going to respond to my commands. And then you have the lock mode as well, where doesn't matter what you do, it will stay locked on wherever it was. So you see it's locked like a chicken head. So this is what a normal Ronin can do. What makes Ronin 4D special is the 4D axis. To work with those, first of all, what you need to do is you need to come here and make sure that this thing is unlocked. It should be unlocked. It should not be tightened. And then after that, what you do is there is a 4D button here, which you can see. You just press that and it comes up. There you go. So now the Ronin 4D mode is enabled. There is a thing which you need to do. Its balancing is also important. So let me just show you how you can balance that. And you can see it's showing you red here. What it means is that it's not balanced. So to balance it, I will come on this and it's telling me that it's on the positive side. So I need to go anti-clockwise on here. So just keep in that. And you can see the red line is going back. It's coming to green now. And now it's perfect. Now it's balanced. Now if I come up and I operate it, it will work as per my liking. Now the stabilizer setting, which is very important, where you tell your gimbal how it's gonna pan, how it's gonna tilt, how fast or slow it's gonna be, what is gonna be the dent band and all that. So this is where you do that. You have the gimbal mode first of all. You have the pan and tilt follow, FPV, custom or lock. So I will keep it on pan lock, pan follow. It means it's not gonna follow my tilt. It's only gonna follow my pan. And if I keep it on pan tilt follow, when I tilt it will tilt, when I pan it will pan. Simple as that. I will keep it on pan tilt follow for now. After that you have the follow speed. How faster it's gonna follow your tilt or pan or whatever you're doing. So you can keep it on slow, fast, medium, fast or custom as well. So when you are slow and you move, it's gonna take a bit of time to accelerate and go to that position or to go to that speed with what you are moving. So I will keep it on medium. This thing is to be tried on set, on the shot, what kind of shot you're taking. If you are running and you're panning fast, you need to keep it on fast. And if you're just walking with the character, you need to keep it on medium. So you have shots and then you decide what kind of follow speed it should be on. Z-axis should be locked or card mount or follow. So I will keep it on follow for now. And then the sport mode. You have the sports mode. When you run, it will really work for you as that. So this is an extra feature. If you are having a very runny shot or something like that, when it's not a car mount, but you're running and you are fast and it's in your hand and something like that, then you can enable that mode. Now you have the pan follow and tilt follow settings. So pan follow setting, speed first of all is 50, you can toggle anywhere. I'll say confirm. And then you have the dead band. What is a dead band? Dead band is like if you are keeping the pan follow. Now the dead band is on small, standard, medium or large. Okay, so if I keep it on large, what's going to happen is when I move, dead band means how much movement it needs before it starts moving. So that is what you need to decide. Like if you want really handheld move, then it should be on small. If you want it to be smooth, then you go on large or medium or standard. So this is what you decide by operating the Ronin 4D or by being a technician with the Ronin 4D. Same goes with the tilt follow speed and tilt dead band. Now roll follow. Roll follow is basically FPV setting. So if you do this, if it will roll or not. So if you turn it on, now if I will do like this, the roll axis will do that. But if it's off, it will always be horizon level. These are the settings for joystick, which is here. So you have the maximum speed, curve and everything, which you will have to try and see. And the gimbal calibration. So push pan and push tilt is what? So basically if the push pan is on, now if I come and pan it, it will pan and stop there. You can see that. And same is with the tilt. You can see that. It's if I'm pushing, it is letting me push, but if it's off, it will not let. Motor will resist. So this is that feature. After that, you have the auto tune. Auto tune is basically whenever you balance the camera and you have a new lens, it's a very good practice to do auto tune. What it will do is it will try to figure out the weight of the camera body with the lens and everything, and it will set the parameters which are right. Horizontal calibration, not very much needed, but you can do every now and then. After that, you have pan adjustment and then the roll adjustment as well. Roll adjustment you might need sometime. Sometimes we feel like it's not really horizon level. So you can come here and you can see, and then you can really make it plus or minus. So if I go minus or plus, you can do that, but I will not. After all that, in case you want to really reset the gimbal parameters, you can just come and reset it. In case you did any of the custom settings, it will go away.